everyone, today I've got the Emoji movie review. A world with emojis inside of a smartphone. Great idea, right? So as far as the story goes, this is a movie that clearly a lot of people hated, and I'll definitely say I was one of them. Now, I was willing to give it a chance because I use emojis a lot and I wanted to see a movie just like this, but I felt like the movie had some good concepts right off the bat, but the execution wasn't as original, especially when it felt a lot like a downgraded Lego movie, which they took similar villains slash human characters slash plot cues from, as well as an upgraded battleship. Even though the animation looked cool, it still wasn't anything like truly spectacular, even if it did stand out a lot in this movie. There may be a lot of obstacles that the characters have to go through while traveling inside of this phone and trying not to die. I mean, get deleted with all of the other apps on the phone. I really felt like there was another topic of one trying to be different and ousted by a hierarchy that wants them to change according to this higher up standards. And even though they were trying to possibly send a message in this movie, it really didn't make me care too much about what their main goal was while making this movie. As far as the casting goes, you've got TJ Miller, who I know to be, a semi-funny actor. I mean, I've seen him in movies before, and he plays his character Gene, who's supposed to be the meh emoji. He wants to fit in because he has all these multiple expressions, and that's why maybe he's not as well liked, and he does come off as one of the most uninspiring characters of this movie, and I found him to be rather boring, and it kind of sucks that he has to be the meh character, because that's literally the portrayal that he was giving off the entire time. It could work, if you want to think of it that way, like he really nailed the character, but it just made me hate his character so much. And then you've got James Corden, who plays High Five, who would clearly I would give a high five to, because he's at least more energetic than TJ Miller's character, but he still didn't really make the movie. As well as Maya Rudolph, who plays Smiler, and she becomes annoying literally after the second time you hear her talk. And normally I find her funny in other movies, but in this one I just wanted her gone completely. And then you've got Anna Faris, who plays this other character Jailbreak, who was just okay. But then when you put Patrick Stewart in a movie like this playing the poop emoji, you think that it's supposed to be like, Oscar gold right there. But, I mean, he's literally playing a pile of shit. And that's nothing compared to this garbage film. There's other talent in this movie that just fades into the background and probably lost on the smartphone's trash. So the reason why this is a bad love review contender is because this movie definitely earned its shit reputation, and it is misleading to think that it would be an enjoyable movie to watch, especially those who can relate to using emojis like me. But if you're a kid who just doesn't care and you just want to see this movie because it's animated, and possibly you do relate to this movie, what the heck are you doing with the smartphone anyway? Why? The things that I didn't really like about this movie was the fact that half an hour into the film it becomes uninteresting. I really tried to give it a chance, but it ended up becoming boring, and by the end of it, it was just very anticlimactic. But thank goodness it was fast-paced. Otherwise, I would have never gotten through this movie. And on top of that, It was not funny whatsoever. So overall, I would say the Emoji Movie was a very disappointing film. I'm not surprised a lot of people didn't like it, and I can definitely see why after watching this movie. It'll probably be the only time I will ever see this movie, and I will say I was disappointed by it, so there's no surprise there. So I cannot see myself recommending seeing this movie. I don't care if you use emojis on a regular basis. This movie just tarnishes that whole concept in this movie. So I would give this 0 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Emoji Movie. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, coming up with for Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.